Is it weird to follow people to their parking spots to take their spots? Maybe it's regional, but in northern NJ it is very normal. Most people are even nice enough to let the follower know if you are in a different row or are not planning to leave. Not weird if you ask like you did. It can get weird if they slow stalk you, especially if you are only running out to get something you forgot in your car, or were planning to wait in your car until your partner finished. I really dislike when people hover as I am loading the kids into the car. Car seats take time to do up right, and I have 2 of them and don't want to feel rushed. Then I need to find my glasses, do my seatbelt, GPS, start my music, reconnect my phone to the car if it's being stupid, and it often is I don't like to do any of that while I'm driving. I need time and I hate hovers. One time someone was hovering as I buckled kid 1, then when I was done and they saw kid 2 pop out from between me and the door, they sped off. Sorry, not sorry. Don't hover if you don't want to wait. Parking spot stalking in various metro areas is common. Not weird where I'm from. People are like, I'm leaving, I'm parked over here. And off we go. Depends. Is it a busy event like the fair or the zoo? Then no. Is it a half-empty Walmart parking lot? Then yes. It doesn't bother me if I'm walking to my car, but don't act impatient or honk at me to hurry IP. I kinda get it if the parking lot is totally full, but still makes me uncomfortable. Seeing a huge shape out of the corner of your eye clearly following you makes you feel like you're being hunted. I had a guy do that to me a couple weeks ago when I hated it, especially because the parking lot had plenty of spots. They were just further away from the mall and the first row of parking spots where I was parked was full. To top it off, the latch on my trunk got stuck, so I was just standing there trying to get it open for a couple minutes while this guy just sat there and stared at me, waiting. Don't be that guy, keep driving and circle back if you need to. IMO, it's weird. It makes me feel like you're rushing me, and it's unnecessary 99% of the time. Plus the follower usually blocks other cars when following and waiting. If someone else sneaks in and grabs my spot that you were waiting for, then oh well. Go find another spot and get some steps in. If there aren't any other spots at all, then I suppose it's not so bad. If I see people sharking for a spot, I usually point to my car so they know I'm leaving. But I'm usually shopping solo and can load up and go quickly. I like to park at the ass end of the parking lot. Like ass end, because it's easier to get out. I don't mind the walk. One of my favorite things is catching someone following me because they think they'll take an easy spot from me as I leave, only to realize I parked in China and zoom off upset. I hate people who hover, and I hate it more when they get annoyed at me for being slow. I don't think it's weird at all. When the parking lot is packed, and I see someone driving around searching, I sometimes wave at them to follow me. I also had the situation where someone asked me if I were leaving, but it was so full I could not find my car, so I told them to honk for me if they find the flashing headlights before me. Yeah, it's weird where I'm from, but I'm southern US. I'm in a crazy overpopulated area, and this is the norm when the parking lot is full. You just put your blinker on, stay behind them, and wait patiently. Usually the person who's leaving will smile and point to where their car is so you know how far away it is. When I am walking to my car and I see someone searching for a spot, I wave them over and point to where my car is so that they can follow me to it. But I am a guy pretty big in size too, so maybe that is why it does not bother me. I think it's weird if the car waiting to park follows, but the driver doesn't ask if I'm leaving as I'm on the way to my car. Diffuse the awkwardness of the situation by stating your case. Otherwise you could just be some creep or at the very least okay with being interpreted as such with ulterior motives. Good way to get maced. I thought this was what everyone does. I just did that today. It's perfectly fine to do that if I'm leaving a mall and see someone waiting for a parking spot to open up. I let them know to follow me. Common courtesy. Costs you nothing to be kind. Not at all. Extremely weird. Don't do that. I got in my car and started looking at my phone. And then some guy apparently waiting for me started honking his horn. I forget something and had to go back in, and he yelled at me and flipped me off. I hate how some people think the world revolves around them. No, it's not weird. Some people don't like it because they feel pressured to leave quickly. I don't think it is weird, but I do warn people that it will probably not be quick as I am older now, so I don't have that spring in my step that I used to. It takes me a hot minute to get the shopping into the car, get the trolley back to the little trolley cage. People get frustrated, impatient if I don't warn them. When I was in college, one of my fellow students' senior coding projects was an app that would allow you to post where and when you would be leaving various parking lots, so you could sell your space to someone else. Like, they would meet you and you would ride in their car to right behind your car, then you would get out, and they would get the spot. Okay, that was a bit excessive. It was a good senior project though. but I do believe this is somewhat normal minus the app.